Liverpool are in contact with the managers of the £34 million defender. Transfer activity in Liverpool continues unabated. In particular, the Reds, who are looking for a midfield position, seriously considering the right-back alternative. Jürgen Klopp started using Trent Alexander-Arnold as a midfielder in the last part of the season, and he benefited from it. Arnold, who then started playing midfield in the national team, makes a name for himself with his performance. Klopp is seriously considering the idea of positioning him in midfield for the new season. For this reason, a right-back reinforcement is on the agenda. However, even if Arnold continues as a right-back, there will be attempts for an alternative player. In this context, Bayern star Pavard came to the fore. Liverpool were in contact with the managers of Bayern Munich's defender Benjamin Pavard. The Reds are linked to a move for Pavard, who is preparing to leave Bayern this summer. According to the latest information, Liverpool representatives are meeting with Pavard's manager. Many clubs in England are interested in Pavard. Pavard is an actor looking at the project at Manchester City and discussing what role he can play there. Barcelona still has no money to compete with Premier League clubs. Liverpool and Pavard are the most likely case. Contacts were made with the managers, but it is reported that they were never concrete with the club. There aren't many clubs that interest Pavard. But the most serious suitors on the table are Manchester City and Liverpool. Pavard seems to be dealing with a breakup. But whether he will go further will depend only on Liverpool. The 27-year-old player, who is reported to be sold for approximately £34 million, can make an expert contribution to the squad. His versatility and winning mindset will be helpful for a group that is about to lose a few of their great personalities. Perhaps it would be unfair for Pavard to label him in place of James Milner. The Frenchman is 10 years younger than Milner, after all. But in some ways it might have helped plug the hole the Yorkshireman had left. Every team needs a sidekick, and while he can't play as many positions as Pavard-Milner, he can still cover a few. With Trent Alexander-Arnold's role as a hybrid midfielder in sight, the World Cup winner would be a talented addition. It also makes a great alternative to playing the right-wing defender role when Trent is stuck. Pavard's suitability for Liverpool has dwindled in other quarters as well, so we'll have to wait and see how everything turns out. Leaving confirmed at Liverpool. In the Reds, the players who will leave are as important as the future players. During the season, the separation of 4 players was already announced, but it seems that there will be no limit. Liverpool have full agreement with Leipzig on a deal that will allow Jürgen Klopp to get exactly the terms he hoped for. The Reds made 4 signings during the 2022-2023 campaign. Calvin Ramsey, Fabio Carvalho and Darwin Núñez were signed in the summer, while Cody Gakpo was added to the squad in January. Ramsey endured an injury-ridden first campaign at Merseyside. But we haven't seen the best of Darwin Núñez yet. Gakpo wasted no time adjusting to Klopp's frontline, but it's been a thoroughly frustrating season for Carvalho. Indeed, the 20-year-old, who brought back around £7.7 million to sign Liverpool, took just 640 minutes of action across all competitions. Carvalho was playing number 10 at his former club Fulham. However, Klopp doesn't work with a traditional 10, opting instead for the tried and tested 4-3-3 formation. Carvalho doesn't seem to have a natural place in Liverpool's squad. Combined with the lack of action, Klopp has made it clear that Carvalho could leave Liverpool on loan this summer. German team Leipzig soon emerged as a reliable contender to sign Carvalho. However, Leipzig opted for a permanent pass and duly submitted a bid of £10 million. The offer has been rejected by Liverpool, which has no intention of giving up on Carvalho yet. Therefore, Liverpool did not like a loan with an option or obligation to buy. However, according to the latest news, Liverpool's patience has been rewarded. Liverpool did not back down from their sharp decision, and now an optionless option has been confirmed. Carvalho signed on loan to Leipzig. In addition, there is no option to buy in the contract. Recent information has indicated that Leipzig and Liverpool have struck a full deal that will see Carvalho spend the 2023-2024 season in Germany. Final details are currently being revealed, and the expectation is that a deal will cross the line next week. It has been firmly emphasized that the option or obligation to buy will not be included in the loan terms. As such, this move is perfect for Liverpool, who have had to make a concrete decision on Carvalho on the way. Should he improve and Liverpool decide to cash in next summer, Carvalho's value will have increased through a Champions League side impact. Liverpool locked in talks to sign Khéphren Thuram from Nice. Recent reports claim that Nice is hoping for a bidding war between interested clubs, so they can sell the 22-year-old player to the highest bidder and make a big profit from the high-rated midfielder. The French player has been associated with the transfer to Anfield for several weeks after Brighton and Hove Albion's Argentinian Alexis Mac Allister signed a 5-year deal earlier this month. Thuram is currently running in France for the European Under-21 Championship, which started Thursday in Georgia and Romania. In the match where France defeated Italy 2-1, another transfer target of Liverpool took action for the U21 team with Manacone. The high-scoring midfielder was outstanding in the middle of the park for France, strong favourites to win the competition. Thuram has performed incredibly well for Nice, where he played 45 games across all competitions, as they finished 9th in League One last season. Following a recent report, it has emerged that the Reds have prepared an offer for the Nice midfielder who has had increased interest in the club over the past few weeks. Les Aiglons will not approve a move for less than €40 million. But it's certainly a viable deal, given that James Milner, Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain have left Liverpool this term and Alexis Mac Allister has been signed for a similar amount. The energy and intensity that Thuram will bring to Liverpool centre will undoubtedly improve the performance of everyone around him, especially given that the club's seasonal discomfort is largely attributed to the weakness of the midfield and his inability to protect the defence. This recession could be swept aside in a gust of winds with the possible arrival of Thuram. Along with Mac Allister and perhaps another addition, it looks like Klopp's once formidable midfield power will return, loaded with undying intensity and high-pressure approach. Klopp had dominated the midfield with Fabinho. It is midfielder Fabinho, who transferred from Monaco in 2018 for around £44 million, who has won the Premier League and Champions League amongst great honours but is guilty of a sharp decline to coincide with this term for his club. He was even said to have fallen off a cliff by Ste Hall. Also described by club icon Jamie Carragher as terrible for a disastrous show, the £180,000 weekly anchor has been pretty weak this season. But he seemed to have rekindled some of his fever in the closing weeks and may be back in shape once again in August. The partnership between Fabinho and Thuram may return the old dynamism. The £14,000 a week ace was among the top 6% of midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues last year. A player who plays upright like this will undoubtedly complement Fabinho, who lacks athleticism, well. A real monster in the middle of the park. Thuram's energy and enthusiasm could not only benefit Liverpool, but Fabinho as well.